All right, good morning, guys. Welcome to my Monday Morning Rant for Monday, the 19th of April, 2021. Now, that week went by, it just flew past so fast. I was pretty damn unproductive, just like I was last week. I've been doing nothing much but gaming, playing this stupid, grindy as fuck looter shooter called Outriders, which it's becoming a love-hate relationship thing again, which, they're the best relationships, right? um I've gotten to the end game. I've finally maxed out. And thank God for that, because the way these kind of games work is as soon as you get to the end game, there's really nothing much more to do. I mean, there's a couple of things I could do, but the elation you feel from finding that final piece and rounding out those numbers and getting to the absolute maximum, um, you don't get that rush anymore unless you start another character, which I really am not going to do. I'm just going to grind the one, and I have done. And yeah, it's it's a thing, guys. It's a serious thing. I don't I don't think getting obsessive compulsive about computer games is healthy for you mentally whatsoever. I mean, I hear so many people complaining about having a real life and you know, I'm married, I have children, and I have a job, and there's no fucking way I can reach that level. And you even see it on YouTube videos and on Reddit and stuff, and people are like, how the fuck are you guys at that level already? I can't even get to half of that because I've got a job and I've got uni and stuff. And I'm just like, I reply back sometimes to these people. I'm just like, man, you don't want to be where these YouTubers are at. They're probably mentally unwell. Putting 200 hours into a game in 2 weeks to reach those levels before everybody else does is not something to brag about. It's fucking embarrassing. So, it's not that I wouldn't call it a no life situation, because like each to their own, right? I get it. There's no reason to hate on someone for being obsessive compulsive about reaching high heights on a computer game. But I've been here before. For me personally, I feel like uh, it just there's no world out there that will see this as any kind of real life achievement. I believe that chasing these achievements in a computer game is just not constructive in any way at all to your life. Whereas I like a complete opposite would be getting good at a musical instrument, and I believe that is a life skill, a proper, awesome life skill that just contributes to your life in such a positive way. Um, Whereas computer games, like, yeah, I mean, all those achievements I've ever done in any games that I don't play anymore, they're just long forgotten, and they haven't made me better in any way whatsoever. Um, Anyway, so yeah, last week I caught up with Viv. That was the only time I got out of the house. I actually shot at her place, and as soon as I got into her apartment, it was just an absolute fucking mess. And that girl is funny like that, man. Like, we've been friends for so many years now, and like the first time I went to her place, it was a different place, by the way. It was a different suburb and everything. Um, I was shocked at just how messy she was. Like, she's clean, like the house is clean, but you couldn't see the floor. It's like, when they say like it looks like a bomb fucking exploded in here. It's like that's what her place looks like. Like, uh, her bedroom was just covered in lingerie, like, and you couldn't see the floor. Like, literally couldn't see the floor. Every single surface had shit all over it, and she's still the same person today. Like, there's just shit everywhere. And it's not just shit like rubbish, it's all nice stuff. It's all super expensive lingeries and heels and nice bottles of wine, and everything is just, every surface just has pimp shit all over it. She's funny. So we shot at her place. I decided not to put too much of the mess in because I did shoot Abby recently with a bit of mess in the background, and had some people sort of complain about it. And I like a bit of mess. I like the realism that I can get sometimes from some of my shots. And for quite a few years now, I've been a little bit, I think, overly conscious about making sure there's not some mess in the background of my shots, like most professional photographers would do. But then, because I'm trying to capture that in the moment feel with my photography, which is what I feel like I've always done. I used to have a blog called In the Moment. Many, many, many years ago, I was dating a girl who was really into shooting nude. And we created a couple of sites back then. One of them was In the Moment, where I put all the nude shots that we shot. And another one was called Sex in Art, which made me so much money back in the day. I really shouldn't have let that one go. It was all about promoting artists who were inspired by sex. And yeah, I don't know why I let that one go. I think it was maybe because of, like, I actually don't know. I don't have any memory of why I let Sex and Art go. It did so well. But yeah, like, back to the photography thing, I think I've always tried to do that with my photography. Just try to be in the moment and try to capture a moment. And I've pushed it further with Viv's help. Obviously, we now do a lot of really in situ stuff as well. So that whole point of view in the moment, capturing what a boyfriend would see, but with a digital SLR instead of an iPhone. But yeah, so trying to capture the moment doesn't mean you whip the camera out and all of a sudden you're moving a pile of clothes in the background out of the way, or I think one of my favorite shots from many, many years ago was a really leggy shot of my ex-girlfriend on the bed, and in the background there was a clothes basket. And put that one up online, and it was one of those shots that went viral. It went absolutely everywhere. But some of the most common comments on it would have been so much better if the clothes basket wasn't in the background. And well, yeah, I don't know, maybe it would have been better, but end of the day, it was captured in the moment, and the moment would have been absolutely screwed if I stopped her from what she was doing and said, "Oh, wait up! I need to run over there and move the clothes basket." So yeah, uh, shoot went really well. We did some really cheeky stuff. We always do. We'll always come up with great shots, Viv and I. It's just one of those artist muse things. And she's a great muse, and she's really good at what she does, and makes me feel very comfortable with trying new angles, trying um, just trying to get looser at the moment. I'm constantly lining shit up. I can't help that, right? Like, I really cannot help making sure that I'm composing things correctly, but I can afford to not give too much of a fuck about, oh shit, there's a broom in the background, or there's a vacuum cleaner in the shot. I got to move that. um so that's where I'm going with my work. And I think I might have mentioned this before too, but even when I'm editing shots now, I sometimes notice obviously sometimes I notice that I'm off by a couple of degrees. Like it's the image is slightly tilted this way or slightly tilted that way. And I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna leave this one as is, especially with the nude stuff, right? So with the stuff where it's like it's only for Patreon, and nipples out, vaginas out, whatever, like that stuff can't be shared on socials anyway. And I think that my patrons probably prefer a more raw shot as opposed to overly Photoshop shot. So especially for my Patreon, I am starting to just leave the shots the way they are. I shot it like that. It's 5 degrees off. Bang, upload, up it goes. So Patreon's still doing really well, by the way. I've never quite reached that sort of $1,000 a month. It's US dollars too, so, which is great. But it's floating at around like the eight $900 a month, which is so fucking awesome. Like again, I am so grateful for the support. Um, Charging $50 US a month to see my work it's massive. It's a massive fee that could cover your Netflix. It could cover your gross, or it pays for my groceries, but like it could pay for so much porn out there. And I'm just so glad that um these people who support me are into supporting me for me and for my work. And I just I'm still pinching myself. I think it's just absolutely awesome to be a full-time professional photographer and survive off doing something that is so socially unaccepted. It's the harder path, but I've always kind of gone against the grain, right? And I'm just really grateful for it. So um that's that. So yeah, I've gotten a bit slower with the editing, and like instead of like sitting there doing hours of like gotta get every single shot done, I've been doing a bit at a time. I mean, half of that's because I've been gaming so fucking much, but just doing a bit at a time and then uploading it, and not getting into this rhythm of like full on scheduling shit, but like actually chipping away at it, is what I've been doing, like especially this last week. um I did get to catch up with fellow creative Nick Turner. He is a photographer who I was in Spacewalk with, that business that I ran last year. And he's still running Spacewalk, and he's still slaying as usual. He's an amazing photographer, and it's just always an awesome catch up with him. Like, he's just one of those fellow creatives that I get along with. The only times we've had dramas was at work. Like when you're actually working with someone is when it's almost, it's a proper relationship when you're working with someone. It's like when you're in a relationship, you have ups and downs, and he's seen the worst of me, that guy. So I love that, and I love it that uh, everything we've been through, he's still there, and that's when you know you got a true mate. So. Um, Always awesome to catch up with Nick and talk shop and talk work. And he's the kind of guy that I turn to for advice when it comes to photography, because I'm not a great photographer when it comes to technical stuff, especially. And Nick knows a lot about gear, and when I see a shot that I really like, I'll send it to him and go, "How the fuck was this shot taken, Nick?" And he'll just come back with all the stats. He'll know what lens it was, what aperture it was, and all that kind of shit. So he has inspired me actually to maybe invest in an 85 millimeter lens and start doing some more portrait style stuff. Um, I just been so fucking tight with the money that I didn't pull the trigger on that lens that he suggested. That lens could buy me another guitar, or obviously needs to sort out the GTR as well. So there are things that money can go into. But maybe a proper haircut would be good too, because like, look at my fucking hair, it is ridiculous. Um, Also, got a message from an old mate who is going through divorce. And you know at my age now, it's just one of those things where people are just going to start dying around me, left and right. You hear of people dying, and divorce is so fucking common. It is ridiculous how many people that I know um, have divorce, or are going through divorce, or are about to go through divorce. It's sad. Like, this guy reached out and he was at a real low, super low, um, and in trouble. He could just tell, like, he needed to have a chat, and we had a chat, and um, that's life, right? Like I've been there before, where you just want to fucking end it. You just over it, and I'm not here to say it gets better either. It's like it takes a lot of hard work to get out of there, but you have to. You don't really have an option, and life sucks like that, man. It's just like, it's far from easy. Life is so far from easy, um, especially when you're not in denial about shit. So, he reached out, we had a chat, and he started to feel better, and he thanked me for it, and he was just really apologetic for burdening me with his shit. And I'm just like, man, that is so far from right. Like, I don't feel like that. I think when someone burdens me with their shit, they're asking me something that Google can answer easily, or they're just being stupid, and it's just not real. But when someone reaches out to me with some real problems in their life, and they feel comfortable enough to reach out to me because of all the shit that I've fucking posted up in socials, um, I feel grateful that they've reached out, and I think I'd much rather spend the time to talk about something real than sit there and talk about something that's absolute crap and unreal. So, yeah, I'm really grateful that he reached out, and I'm gonna check in on him and make sure he's all good, because sounds like he's just going through this process of losing his family, and sitting there with a lot of time on his hands, wishing that he'd done things differently, and wishing that he had not gotten into the situation that he's in right now. Yeah, I feel for him, and uh I'm 100% sure he will be okay, because, like, him reaching out is a good thing, and like I said, it's far from being a burden. And if I don't want to say to everyone, like, if you have fucking serious issues, come reach out to me. I'm definitely not qualified, but I'm just glad that every now and then some mates will reach out and spill the beans. And the only other thing I've been doing all week is, like, literally letting loose on motherfuckers with huge YouTube channels. Like, I'm playing this game, and I'm not playing it as hard as some of these guys on YouTube who are doing awesome guides, and they're helping their communities get better by sharing their findings in the game. But what I've noticed is, every single day these YouTubers are growing in size, because they're making videos on a game that is new and rising, and they're sharing some hardcore misinformation. It is factually wrong. Like, when they say this is the fastest way to level up, and that's in the clickbait title, right? The absolute fastest way to level up, or this is a glitch, or use this exploit. And the fact is, they're completely wrong. And I know it because I've found a better way. And other YouTubers that are in the doing the right thing have found a better way too. But these guys are just downright wrong. So I'll go in there and comment and just say, no, you're 100% wrong. This is not the fastest way to level up. This is the fastest way to level up. And then just to see the attitude from the people that follow them, and the attitude of the YouTubers themselves saying, well, if you don't like it, don't do it, or whatever. I'm like, no, it's not the point. The point is that you're wrong. The point is that you've got a community of followers, And you read the comments, and there's a whole lot of people saying, thank you so much for posting this, I really appreciated it, you're really helping me out. Well, you're not helping people out if you're spreading misinformation when you're completely factually wrong. And I fucking can't get over it, because these guys, it's a business for them. Like, they are making daily videos with clickbait thumbnails and clickbait titles, and you click on them, and they're all 10 minutes long because that's the YouTube algorithm. So they sit there and crap on for 10 minutes about something that is completely wrong. Or they'll rip off somebody else's video entirely. Like, somebody else found a good thing to do in the game, and then they've just like basically just ripped it right off and stretched it out for 10 minutes. And they're doing it every single day and making more money every single day. And it fucking sucks. I fucking hate it. I really hate it. I shouldn't care about it, but it's just annoying for me to see people make money in such shit ways. It's so deceitful. Um, so yeah, guys, that's my Monday morning rant. Hey, like, I'm gonna continue to game a little bit this week, but it's gonna fizzle out. I've just started picking up the guitar again, and I have been jamming the last couple of days. I wouldn't say I've gotten rusty. Damn, like, I when I pick up the guitar now, I notice that I'm a better player than I have been ever in my life. Like, there are some things that I'm doing on that guitar now that I've just never done before. And that whole process of learning new tricks, I need to get back on that train, and I need to start learning some more. I'm fucking breaking out in zits. I don't know what it is. Ever since I quit smoking cigarettes, I have been breaking out, and I just thought maybe that's the toxins leaving my body or whatever, and I thought it'll go away. But I have quit smoking for some time now, and I get a new zit every single day. And maybe it's because I'm sleeping badly, I'm eating badly. It's probably more to do with that. But holy fuck, I feel like a teenager again with the zits. It's just ridiculous. Fuck, I'm just ranting now. Anyway, guys, that's it. I hope everyone has an awesome week. I know you guys will have a much more productive week than me, but I'm in a sort of weird lull down state at the moment, and I blame it solely on computer games. Computer games are fucking shit. Don't get good at computer games. It's not worth it. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See yous.